the things we do for the SFL.
Good evening and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Vultures Field here in Baltimore, Maryland, where the 2-win Baltimore Vultures are welcoming in the 1-win London Knights for some Sunday afternoon SFL action here in Baltimore Vultures Field. The second home game for the Baltimore Vultures and head coach Thomas Paterniti as they welcome the London Knights and their new head coach Gerald Smith into the fold. It's 78 degrees. The winds are 5 miles per hour east-northeast, and we've avoided the rain here in Baltimore. Andy Hamilton along with Shann Varner here. Shann, this looks like it's got everything matched up to be a gun shoot.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that both of these offenses are going to come out slinging the ball today, Andy. We'll have to see.
We are all ready to go here in the SFL, the 3 Central, 4 Eastern slate, 2 games going on right now. We are obviously the better one, and if you're here with us, you are choosing the better game. 28 viewers and counting. The Knights have chosen to kick wearing white, Vultures in black. Shann, it's going to be a pleasure, and the Vultures and Mike Dazzo are going to start off with the ball.
Mike Dazzo's coming into this season here with 16,468 yards and 113 touchdowns. You know, he hasn't played before this season until season 7, I believe it is.
Back in the league, and he will start with the ball. But first, the Vultures will return from the goal line out to the 22-yard line, and that is where action will kick off, and we bring back the Andy Cam. So you were talking about it, Mike Dazzo back in the league. After taking a small hiatus, will return, and boy, did he get a good receiving threat in Daley Holder to join him this year.
Daley Holder comes into this game with 23 receptions, 249 yards, but unfortunately no touchdowns. We'll have to see after it.
The first play is a handoff to T. Roy Gaines, and he's still on his feet across the 40 all the way down to the 43. What an opening run from T. Roy Gaines, and the Vultures fans are loving it.
Andy, this is something that Baltimore has that London unfortunately does not, and that's a great running back with T. Roy Gaines. He has 76 carries for 424 yards and 2 touchdowns so far.
Well, the London Knights defense looked a little ugly on that last play as they got absolutely bulldozed by T. Roy Gaines, and now they'll set up for another first down and 10 with Dazzo under center. Dazzo to throw, will look across the middle, and that one is complete. Another open field catch, that one for number 88, Shea Carroll.
And that's one thing that you don't want to be in right there is a goal line formation for the defense of London. Receivers, any kind of breathing room, they were just caught in a man formation there.
Carroll coming out of Dallas over to Baltimore this season. Here's another handoff to T. Roy Gaines. Blockers in front of him, but the first hit will drive him to the ground. Nathan Blake was the man coming up to secure the tackle, only a 4-yard pickup.
Comes into this game with 25 tackles, 11 assists, 3 bat downs, and 3 interceptions. They're going to have to weigh heavily on him today in this contest.
Blake, one of the newer players on this London team. We'll talk about their loaded defense in a moment. But for now, Dazzo is in the gun with 5 receivers, and he's facing 4 down linemen. A stunt to the left for London. The fire is across the middle into traffic, and it's hauled in by Shea Carroll. Another nice connection, but what a throw.
You know, Andy, Shea Carroll coming to this game only has 19 receptions for 239 yards and only 1 touchdown. Baltimore's doing a great job right now getting him more involved into this offense.
He was working on Jeff Malinishin on the last play, and it made him pay, and now they'll go spread offense with the split backs here. Under 9 minutes to play, a long drive. Handoff up the gut is good for 3, and now let's go through this London defense, which we talked about. A lot of money up in the front. 4, William Davidson and Tyrone Zeus are the defensive end. Frank Axmal and Matt Patton are the defensive tackles. Then behind them at linebacker, you have Slyn Shady, number 99. And then in the secondary, it's just Jeff Malinishin and Nathan Blake are the 2 safeties. So a lot of money up front, but not much in the secondary. And we see Shea Carroll taking advantage of that. Dazzo will throw again, but down he'll go. A nice sack to open up that drive. Will now make it 3rd and 8. Great play there. I believe that was number 90, Tyrone Zeus, coming off the edge.
Or I think London's got to get pressure to Mike Dazzo. He already has 16 sacks on this season.
Eastern Conference battle here. Dazzo will check down again. Shea Carroll wide open again. And that's something we're going to have to talk about early here, Shann. The Baltimore team, 3 receivers, the 2 big names in Garen Malone and Daley Holder, but Shea Carroll, the 3rd receiver, is doing the damage here. And for London, they can't really go man on a man because that would line up Slyn Shady against Shea Carroll, and that's too much speed at the receiver position. So in reality, it's going to have to be zones most of the day for London.
Absolutely. Right now, they're in a nickel 4-2.
3 receivers split out. Dazzo to throw, will take a 5-step drop, check down to T. Roy Gaines, good blocking in front of him. Gaines, he gets crushed. Jeff Malinishin lays the wood to him.
That was a hard hit by Jeff Malinishin in there.
Well, and a small guy. Sorry, go ahead, Shann.
It was 9 assists and 1 tackle for loss, but 3 bat downs. He's a huge weapon in this secondary.
Well, and Gaines is a bigger back, and Malinishin laid the hit to him there. Maybe a little frustration coming out. 2nd and 2 from the 5. They're only going to need to make the 3-yard line to pick up the first down. Toss out to Gaines. Green grass in front of him. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Vultures strike first and go up by 6.
It's funny with this reception here is he does have 34 receptions, 154 yards, and 1 touchdown. So he's doing better statistically in the air than on the ground.
We'll make it 35 catches for 2 touchdowns now as he finds his way into the end zone there. Not even a London Knight in the frame as the Baltimore Vultures drive down on their first drive and hit the end zone here with 7:14 left in the first to take a 6-0, trying to make it a 7-0 lead, pending the extra point. On to kick the extra point is Shark Tarkington, the star kicker, number 19, his first year in the league as well. Kick is up and through. It'll be 7-0 Baltimore. We'll take a break and be back on the SFL Network, brought to you by APM Music.
The Simulation Football League is presented by APM Music and is the official theme music provider of the SFL. Listen to their Champions Will Rise soundtrack at apmmusic.com today and search through thousands of tracks to boost the quality of your stream just like us. APM Music, production music library and custom music house.
Still on his feet, in some space, Jeff Malinshin down the sideline. What a return. I hate to cut off our ad like that, but London was all the way down to the Baltimore 35 there.
Wow, that was amazing. He's here, lost his helmet on the hit.
Look at that. What a push down there from Malinshin. Breaks a second tackle and finally chased down by number 33 for Baltimore. Pretty much essentially saved the touchdown. Felix Maryland, the 6'1", 217 strong safety, was able to bring him down. But London has great field position to open up their first drive of the game. Nathan Lee, the man in the shotgun, will look to pass and will check it down off the left side. Diving catch is made by Tristan Carr, the tight end, who picks up 2.
You know, this receiving core for London, they only have 2 receivers and 1 tight end with Tristan Carr. And so far this season, he has 46 receptions for 448 yards and only 1 touchdown.
And there is the 2 receiver set. We'll go over the London offense and the Baltimore defense in only a moment. The single back in the backfield is Ray King Ball. They'll give it to him off the left side. He is stood up and dropped. Going through the Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. It was just a great play by Baltimore's defense. They were in a 4-4 here, looking for the run, and I'm honestly not sure why London would run in on that formation. You would think they would throw an audible.
3rd and 10. Drive looking to stall out. Baltimore trying to get off the field and prevent disaster after that long kick return. Nathan Lee alone in the gun will move in the pocket. Fires on the corner route, and it is batted away, incomplete. Nice defensive stand there by Baltimore. Number 37 coming up with the play for the Vultures, and that will end the London drive. Pete Lloyd was the man who made the diving attempt there on the non-contract receiver. A little non-contract versus non-contract action.
Both franchises are putting these guys into goal line formation, and that's just, with this London offense, it's just a disaster waiting to happen here, Andy.
So London's drive stalls out, and they will have to punt it away despite the great return, which pretty much set them up about 5-10 yards short of field goal range. They couldn't gain another yard, Shann.
Oh.
And they will have to give the ball back to Baltimore's offense, who cut down the field and picked up a touchdown from T. Roy Gaines on the pass deflection. Here goes London's team, though, and they will pin Baltimore deep. Nice special teams play.
Well, it would be, it's great that they do have T. Roy Gaines, because with that Astros field position there, Baltimore's going to have to get back out of their end zone.
1st and 10 from the 3-yard line. 5:48 left to go in the first. Andy Hamilton along with Shann, Varner. Don't have a stats man today. If you are watching and want to get involved with the stats team, make sure you talk to Scott LaRue. Heavy formation out of Baltimore. 2 guys in the backfield. They'll give to Gaines off the left side, and he is, high load a little bit there. Slyn Shady along with Jeff Malinshin laying the pine.
I couldn't quite tell what the defense was in. It looked like a dime formation with only one linebacker in the backfield.
4 receivers split out. A little bit more breathing room for Baltimore, but Gaines is still in the end zone. Dazzo will drop, moves in the pocket to avoid. That was dangerous. Barely got it away. The pressure was coming from nearly all of London's front 7, but Tyrone Zeus gets to him first.
That's exactly what London needs to do. Their first 4 defensive linemen have to get pressure on Mike Dazzo and force him to throw.
We'll go through the Baltimore offense possibly on the next drive if this one stalls out, but if they pick up the 8 yards, we'll do it then. Handoff, Gaines on 3rd and 8. Gaines pushes forward, picks up 6, but won't get to the sticks. Jeff Malinishin, who's been all over the field today, makes a secure tackle and keeps him 2 yards shy.
And this is going to be great field position for London after the kick here.
They had great field position to start their last drive, were unable to capitalize, and this time they will look to do so. The punter will stand a good 4 yards deep in his end zone to kick this one away. London will not come after it. Instead, they will protect the return man, and a fair catch is hauled in at the 41 by Malinishin. May still be a little bit tired from his 2 defensive stands and then that 1 run back he had.
Crazy in this series right here. They're starting off at the same field position that they had last time.
Yeah, great job by the London defense on that last drive. Let's go through the offense for you. Nathan Lee is the quarterback. Donnie Hands and James Hands are the receivers. Tristan Carr is the tight end. And Austin Powers is the star kicker for London. They will take the 1st and 10 snap in the shotgun. Hit as he threw, firing down the field, and it's in and out of the hands of Giovanni Bolt, who had a pretty much wide open chance at a pick.
Bolt has got to come away with that one. He already has 4 interceptions on this season.
Unable to corral that one. It was a deep throw. He was hit as he threw, so you can't really discredit Nathan Lee for trying to give someone a chance. But again, London here on their second drive has yet to gain even a single yard. 4 receivers set, and Lee will throw. 6-step drop, pressure coming from Baltimore, able to avoid one, but not the second man. The waves of the Vultures defense finally gets to Nathan Lee, and now they're going the wrong direction.
Can you believe Baltimore doesn't have any defensive linemen?
Yeah, they brought extra blitzers there, and it worked out. It was Joe Dazzo, the safety, coming on the blitz that would really cause some panic, and Lee was able to avoid for a minute, but unable to avoid everything. Shotgun for Nathan Lee. 4 receivers split out and a tight end on the line. Lee to throw, immediately under pressure, and he goes backwards again. A loss of more, and London's offense has negative 14 yards.
Better check that man right there for steroids.
We got a new person in the chat. Lord Jekis87 says, interesting league, and that it is. Everyone in the league is real players. All the teams are owned by real people, and they're coached by real people as well. So if you're interested in joining, make sure you head over to simulationfl.net. Baltimore will get the ball back, have a little bit more breathing room, starting at their own 19 this time.
I said coming into this that both teams would be pretty much evenly matched up as far as the the offense, but neither one has just really busted out of the gate and had a tremendous
So 1st and 10, 3:30 to go here in the first. Dazzo under center. Looks, crosses the middle, and that is caught. Nice grab there by who else? Shea Carroll, who will pick up 9.
And Baltimore's just working that middle. They're just getting the receivers to do a little
just a little slant across the middle is good enough for 9 here. Well, we talked about coaches being real players. Thomas Paterniti is the head coach now for Baltimore, finally getting into the swing of his offense. One of the great SFL coaches greatest SFL coaches we've ever had, and he's back in the league, which is really exciting for all of us. Taking on Gerald Smith in his first game here as Dazzo throws it right to the defense. London with a takeaway. Who else, Shann? Jeff Malinishin takes it.
Man, this guy's putting the team on his back here. Gains, he's getting interceptions, he's getting bat downs. It was just a matter of time before Dazzo's.
Yeah,
that's Dazzo's 14th interception, by the way.
Yeah, dangerous ball throw. I'm not sure who he was even trying to hit on the corner route, but no one was there but Jeff Malinishin, and London, believe it or not, has better field position than any one of their other drives, but still only negative 14 yards of offense. Not the best opening quarter for Gerald Smith's new offense, but let's see how they can keep going here. Nathan Lee again, immediately under pressure. He's going down again.
Golly. By Michael Wall again. 2 sacks, 2 tackles. Yeah, somebody stop this man.
Kezi TV in the chat is also new, saying the league is kind of like fantasy football. Indeed, it is. All the players in the league are represented by real people. The coaches are real people. They choose real plays that go into the book. It's controllerless esports. Join us, simulationfl.net. Now, down the left sideline, there is a first completion and the first positive yardage for London. James Hands hauls it in right on the boundary.
You know, Andy, London, that's like the 3rd or 4th time in a row here. If you look at the defense, they're in a goal line defense here. And if you throw any fades out of that and you're playing man-to-man here, and with a fast receiver like James Hands, you can do some damage down the field.
When London, after that first run play, has seemed really committed to just airing it out and you know, losing yards when they need to and just getting where they need to go. So let's see if they continue that pattern throughout today's game. Lee, good protection here. Fires, dangerous throw right to Dazzo, and it's batted away. Joe Dazzo, a longtime veteran, coming back as well, along with his brother Mike, and he makes the play there to make it 2nd and 10.
You know, London played Alaska last week, and we just saw so many out routes from Alaska. I think that's what doesn't want to do here. They just want to air the ball out. They don't want to do any kind of short yardage plays. 2
tight ends on the line. Nathan Lee down, raking ball in the backfield. Lee to throw down the seam, tipped away at the last second. That was the great Iman Takes who gets a hand to it.
You know, I understand by London, you know, wanting to go deep like that, but you're going to have some kind of out routes. Just to move the chains from here to there, because now you're it's 3rd down and 10, and you got to convert here.
I talked to Gerald Smith in the week leading up to the game, said he was having trouble sleeping, and now Nathan Lee might have trouble sleeping. Nightmares coming from the Baltimore defense. He's sacked again back to the 27, and London's drive stalls out. They're going to have to try a field goal.
Baltimore doesn't need a contract player here.
So the field goal unit will come on. And, Shann, it's time to get groovy, baby. Austin Powers on to try the field goal. I believe it's going to be about a 43, 44-yard attempt. Snap is back. The hold is down. Powers will put the boot to it, and it is through from 43 yards. London's on the board, 3-7.
Well, a little stat here from Austin Powers. He is now 6 for 6, and his longest comes at 49.
That one will put London on the board. We'll step aside on the SFL Network, brought to you by APM Music, and be right back.
Want to do what I do? Contact me in the DM on Discord to find out how you can get involved with streaming live games, calling games, or breaking them down on the air with our broadcast team. Or help make our production even better by joining our new live stats team, helping our broadcasters shine brighter. We are #Loading Legends in the SFL.
So now Baltimore will take over, only up by 4 now instead of a full 7. Dazzo will come back onto the field after throwing that last interception right to Jeff Malinishan. Malinishan's had quite the day. I don't know if it gets any better from here.
I don't. I think he just keeps doing what he's doing. You know, they'll be fine.
Dazzo on the delayed handoff to T. Roy Gaines. Gaines puts 2 down and is still on his feet, driving. That was the toughest 5 yards I've ever seen ran here in the league.
Oh, he's averaging 7.8 yards a carry.
And boy, is that an impressive number. I'm sure at some point that will come down. The opening run for him was the best of the day, but so far Gaines has been playing well against this stacked front 7 for London. They will load the line, Baltimore will, and will dump it off to Gaines out of the backfield. Blockers in front of him. Blockers, everyone picks up a man, and Gaines picks up the first down to the 40-yard line. Slyn Shady on the tackle.
Beautiful decision here by Mike Dazzo, getting the ball out quick, knowing that he's got to work against these 4 defensive linemen, and just passes it down to his trusty old T. Roy Gaines, and T-Roy is there to pick up huge yardage on the outside.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 40. Everyone will line up on the line again. 2 backs in the backfield. London loads the line with 5 men at the line of scrimmage. Throwing again. Dazzo incomplete off the line there.
Whoa. For Ty Jordan here.
Yeah, looking for the fullback. Incompletion will end the first quarter. It's 7-3 Baltimore up top here at home, but still plenty of action on the way. Baltimore leads London 7-3. Andy Hamilton, Shann, Varner on the SFL Network, brought to you by APM Music. There is a look at the numbers for Dazzo. 68 yards, 1 interception, the 1 touchdown, 2 T-Roy gains in the first quarter will now put them up top. 11 minutes are on the clock before the halftime break, and Dazzo will throw again. Late pressure coming, fires down the seam, and it's caught. Garen Malone was wide open, and he hauls it in right in front of who else but Jeff Malinishin. Seems like one of the only players on this London defense.
Well, one thing that London doesn't have here is cornerbacks. I'm surprised that Baltimore and Mike Dazzo is not doing more
full line for Baltimore. T-Roy Gaines in the backfield. They will dump it out to him again. Blockers in front. Gaines puts one man to the turf and then is gang tackled, but a 7-yard pickup for Baltimore on that first down toss out. And Shann, they're starting to look like the old Baltimore. That little swing pass is working well for them.
Yeah, it looked like Sonzo Robbins back on the team.
Robinson heading over to Tulsa is had a up and down season, I guess we'll say. But, you know, is coming into his all as Tulsa, I believe, has won their last 2 games. Dazzo fires across the middle, caught by Malone, and he is up to the 16. Nice little pitch and catch there, Shann. We talked about Baltimore using some quick plays and not giving the London defensive line enough time to get to him, and we saw it right there.
You know, absolutely. I think that's what they need to do, working against no corners, is to get the ball out quickly because you got those 4 defensive linemen coming at you. So to get the ball out quickly, I think is a good strategy.
2 receivers split out. Gaines the lone man in the backfield. Dazzo wants it all, firing for the end zone. Incomplete. Batted away by number 29 for London, saving the day. That was, I believe...
Jamie McDonald.
Yeah, McDonald. Sorry, I was sorting through my sheets and didn't want to call the wrong name, so I just waited a minute. Let's go. 112 yards, 1 touchdown for Dazzo, the 1 interception. A dangerous throw there, but lives to fight another day here on 2nd and 10 from the 16.
And these corners for London are so far back right now. These short gains... Oh.
Dazzo, dangerous throw, incomplete. Slyn Shady was there, and we've seen Shady drop back in coverage a couple of times. That seems to be London's go-to move here to combat this high-powered Baltimore offense.
Yeah, Slyn Shady has 34 tackles, 15 assists, 9 bat downs, and 2 interceptions. So he does what he needs to do. He knows that front 4 is going to create pressure, and so he stays back and just waits for the quarterback to make a mistake.
4 receivers back for Dazzo to throw. Quick toss across the middle. Daly Holder, a completion to the 4 coming over from San Antonio in the offseason. A nice addition for this Baltimore team who's really young, Shann.
Veteran on this team is Daly Holder.
Yeah, him and the Dazzo brothers coming back creates a real interesting rookie-to-veteran dynamic. Not many middle-year players. You know, you have Tony Willis and Giovanni Bolt, but for the most part, it's either rookie or extreme veteran.
Right.
Handoff, Gaines, puts a man down. They say he got there. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Put his head down. Beautiful blocks for the offensive lineman to let him get up in the pocket right here.
And I don't know about this one. Let's check the replay. It was a great first broken tackle there, but right here, did that ball get over the line before Nathan Blake hit him?
I see a flag coming.
And there it is.
Yup.
The new head coach, Gerald Smith, will go ahead and throw his first challenge flag of his young SFL career, and I don't blame him here. It was close.
It looked like his head broke the plane, but the ball did not.
Ref 62 will come out and give us the opinion here. And London will get the overturn. They are not charged a timeout, and now it will be an interesting second and goal from the goal line with a big back like Gaines. You've got to imagine that that is where Baltimore is thinking about going. Single back is Gaines. Only 4 down linemen for London. Dazzo to throw. Tosses middle. Caught. Touchdown. Garen Malone gets it in.
On that play, I mean, the guy was wide open on the cross. It looked like a maybe a 90X hot there.
Well, if anything, Gerald Smith took 3 more seconds off the clock with that challenge, but he made him work for it, and Garen Malone hauls it in. Yeah, you were right, Shann. No one is in the middle of the field there.
That's what London's MO is in this game. They're going to try to put pressure on you with the front 4 and put Slim Shady, back into cover so he can help Nathan Blake and Jeff Malinishin.
Tarkington is on to extend the lead. Bad snap will get corralled, and it is through, and we will step aside. The SFL Network brought to you by APM Music. We'll be right back. Follow the SFL on Twitter at SimulationFL, on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch channels. You're already here, right? Might as well stay tuned. Get league updates on your phone while browsing the internet, and make sure you never miss a live broadcast. Thank you for supporting the SFL. And I wanted to make sure that we played that ad before Jeff Malinishin had a chance to return, and here he goes, but he has stood up, and the first man getting him will tackle him at the 28. Shann, London's offense has struggled today. They did have a few big plays coming, but for the most part, Baltimore's defense has buckled down. What are you looking for moving forward out of London in order to inspire some type of comeback down by 11?
I would like to see them run the ball a little bit, to kind of keep that defense honest. But since they don't have a running back, they're going to have to do these quick outs. They're going to have to move the chains here and there and then hit the guys with a big play.
Lee stands in the pocket. There's a nice out route caught and hauled in to the 36, an 8-yard pickup. They need more of those middle throws, in my opinion. It seems like they've had a lot of deep opportunities and a lot of really, short opportunities with the sacks and stuff that they've been collecting, but Nicholson is able to get 8 there.
You're working against 2 very experienced corners from Baltimore. You've got you got one inside linebacker and one outside linebacker, so it's kind of hard for Nathan Lee to get these to read this defense.
Raking ball is wrecked off the left side. Joe Dazzo, part of that father and son Dazzo duel, makes that tackle, and someone will have to let me know in the chat which one is older.
I think Papa Joe is actually older.
Well, there you go.
Coming in at 6'1", 233 pounds. Not a big man, but very fast and will hit you.
Forces this 3rd and 5. The throw is caught into coverage. What a throw collected by James Hands, part of those Hands family.
Yeah, James Hands coming into this game with 40 receptions, 743 yards, 10 touchdowns. His longest reception was for 80 yards, so they've got to get that ball to him more often.
Chad is letting me know that Joe is older. Thank you, I appreciate it. My back-end work, I'll admit, was not as much as it should have been. Lee was throwing here and is a nice completion. Most of the impressive work there was from Donnie Hands, who had to extend to make that catch. Lee was a little bit offline, but Donnie Hands and the connection works out well.
Since season 6, you should know some of these guys.
Yeah, you'd imagine so, right? Two receivers split out. Raking ball is the far man in the backfield. Baltimore has pushed a lot of people up towards the line. Lee to throw, firing down the middle of the field, incomplete. He was looking for Tristan Carr, and it looked like he had him for a minute.
Carr is one of the top receivers on this London offense with 46 receptions, 448 yards, and 1 touchdown. He does have 1 fumble, though, so once you catch the ball, you got to hold on to it.
Well, and I'll be honest, I can't discredit Nathan Lee for the throw. Kate was in coverage, and he was just very slow. Luckily, Giovanni Bolt was quick as a lightning bolt and jumped in at the last minute to get the deflection.
You would pass the ball to somebody that was 6'7", 249 pounds, right?
Yeah, it seems like a good guy. I don't know about this Tristan Carr character, but he seems all right to me. Nathan Lee to fire again, this time short, caught by Carr, and Carr shoves Dazzo to the ground. Maybe a little bit of frustration over the last play, and they will talk about it as they head back to the huddle.
And this is what I like to see from this London offense. You know, nothing too fancy, just make completions, get your quarterback back composed, and just move the chains, man. That's all you got to do. Two of those passes right there, it's first down.
3rd and 6, right on the edge of field goal range here at the 37. Nathan Lee has to move in the pocket, going to run for it. First down! Oh, and a late hit. They're not going to flag him, but that was disgusting from the Baltimore defense.
That was very dangerous from Nathan Lee to take off running like that with those 2 linebackers from Baltimore.
And it reminds me a little bit of what we saw from the Vikings when Teddy Bridgewater was sliding and got hit after that. No flag, though. I guess that shows you the grit of the SFL. Nathan Lee to throw again. Checks down. Incomplete. Coming over at the last minute was Katie on Tristan Carr. They were looking to get him the ball again.
Kate here, he didn't really do anything special. The ball just come out, and he got in the way just in the nick of time, and he was unable to haul that one in.
2nd and 10 from the 30. The last thing you want to do is give up a sack here. We'll knock on some wood for London, but they have been prone to those today. Raking ball in the backfield. They'll give it to him on the counter. Left side. He gets a block and picks up 1. Not a bad play.
Okay, I thought he was down.
Well, he's just taking a breather.
I'm really noticing out of Baltimore is they're going into a lot of man-to-man. I think that T-Pat, some of these other guys that's doing the play calling is thinking that their corners are much faster than their receivers.
Shotgun look for London. Baltimore looks like they're bringing 5. They'll back out and only bring 4. Lee under pressure, fires down the seam. Incomplete, looking for Carr again in some coverage from Tony Willis, the longtime Alaska Storm member.
Into this game with 38 tackles, 14 assists, 3 tackles for loss, 6 bat downs, 2 interception.
Willis, somewhat of a SFL journeyman, played in Alaska, I believe was part of the championship team last year. Got his start with us, Shann, in Carolina, so it's good to see him in Baltimore still making plays.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the biggest things here is he has 300 tackles, 90 assists for loss, 31 bat downs, and 20 interceptions, and 2 touchdowns off those interceptions. So a very formidable career for Tony Willis.
Well, the kick is up and through because you were talking the whole time, Shann. It's 6-14. Austin Powers knocks that one through. So London does get some points out of it, but they probably would have preferred the 7.
That's because you're not talking at the same time.
Powers will line it up to kick it again, and Baltimore will be on the receiving end of this one. The kick is away with 5:20 left to go here in the second, and Baltimore will bring it out from the end zone across the 20. Holder will angle to the right and get to the 23.
The chat likes my stats. They'd like to hear their player and all their accomplishments.
I was joking with you, Shann. No need to carry it 3 plays deep here. Dazzo at the 23. I think the chat should know that we're good friends and we joke with each other all the time. We're not actually mad. Dazzo has T-Roy Gaines in the backfield, and they will toss it out to him here on first down, but he can't haul it in. That was an interesting one. I had looked away to start seeing who was going to tackle him, and he couldn't even haul it in.
Those F-wing jokers can get you sometimes. You got to catch that ball.
Gaines struggling here will make it 2nd and 10, and almost worse for Baltimore here. The time out, the time stops because he couldn't haul it in. Split backs, heavy formation, 4 down linemen for London. They will give to Gaines up the middle, and Gaines cuts through that defense and picks up the first down to the 34. Nice carry.
Jeff was coming down to clean it up. Here, once T-Roy Gaines goes up the middle here, he just gets tackled right here by a shoestring tackle, but Jeff Malinishin was just right there to.
Hendricks Thornberry was the one that pulled him down. The cornerback, the rookie, playing in his first SFL season, has been doing a solid job, along with Kaz McFly on the other side of the field, one of the newer signings for Baltimore. Dazzo drops, yeah, I'm looking at the wrong sheet here.
So, throw right there.
Forgot to flip my sheet to the side where Baltimore has the ball. Was calling out some Baltimore defenders who are enjoying a nice cool water on the sideline. 4 receivers split out for Dazzo here. 2nd and 7. Gaines the lone man in the backfield. London will bring some pressure. Dump off Holder across the right-hand side of the 47, and a first down for Baltimore.
You don't have to do anything special. Just do what, Daley Holder did there. Just a 5-yard pickup, and, you can. Now it's first down and 10.
Dazzo to Holder. Some SFL veterans getting involved here on the offensive side of the ball at home for the Vultures. They will. Oh, what is that? A broken play. Dazzo up the field, and he slides to the 42. First down. If Gaines isn't going to take the handoff, he says, I'll do it myself.
These quarterbacks are taking a lot of risks, getting outside of that pocket and just running for it.
The blocking was great, but T-Roy Gaines was never able to get to the ball. He got hit so fast, and Dazzo says, well, look at all that green grass in front of me. That might have been one of the craziest quarterback runs I've ever seen. First down, Dazzo pumps, firing down the seam, tipped it incomplete.
Jamie McDonald's putting in work today. That's his 2nd bat down.
Part of those golden arches. What's the McDonald's motto? It's not have it your way. That's something else. Someone will rip me in the chat for not knowing this, but
loving it.
I'm loving it. That's what it was. Dang it. That incompletion there was aimed for Shea Carroll, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 10 at the 42. London trying to get off the field here, out holding Baltimore outside of field goal range.
Clear my throat for the
So Baltimore's done pretty well here on 3rd down, and now they will try and pick this one up. They're going to need to find their way to the 32 in order to convert, and they're going to spread everyone out to do it. Gaines will flank Dazzo in the backfield. Only 4 down linemen in the box for London. London brings a late blitz. Dazzo firing down the seam, batted away, incomplete. Jeff Malinishin.
Great stop by London's defense.
Will force Baltimore into a punt, and that is just what you want if you're a London fan. They are going to get the ball back with an opportunity to try and climb back into this game. Down by 8. Kick is away. It's going to bounce at the 8, bounce at the 2, and roll into the end zone for a touchback. The coverage team for Baltimore could not stop that one. So 3 minutes to go here in the first half. London up London down, excuse me, by 8, 6-14. Nathan Lee's going to try and get him back in it here. Under pressure, stands, delivers, and that is incomplete. Was looking for one of the Hands brothers. I believe it was Donnie. So the incompletion will make it 2nd and 10 at the London 20. Backed up again. Their offense has struggled today, but has been able to clamor 6 points out of their troubles. Nathan Lee, they pick up the block. They fire on the corner route, and it's complete. Nice grab.
3 catches for 61 yards. No touchdowns yet, but you keep throwing it that way. Be one pretty soon.
James Hands was working on Kaz McFly. Bolt was coming over to help with the coverage and ended up cleaning that one up with the tackle, but right on the London sideline, and they're loving that one.
James Hands comes and great route run right there, just in and out.
2 receivers down to the bottom of the screen. Baltimore putting a lot of players in the box here, expecting a run. Lee to throw, will look at the corner route again, and it's caught again. Ooh. Tristan Carr this time will find his way to the 34. The tight end's getting involved.
Wow. Getting all their receivers involved, and they only have 3.
Nice route right in front of Tony Willis, and that's just a height thing there, Shann. When you're 6'7", you're able to pluck those balls out of the air.
Yeah, I mean, all your receivers are tall, 6'6", 6'6", 6'7".
It's called tall ball there. 7 in the box for Baltimore, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. It's Baltimore 14, London 6 on the SFL Network, brought to you by APM Music, live on YouTube. So for everything that's gone on in this game, London's Gerald Smith coaching in his first game, taking on one of the best coaches in SFL history. Thomas Paterniti used to coach with the Minneapolis Maulers. Handoff here to Ray King Ball, who will pick up 3. He'll make it 2nd and 7. For all things considered, Shann, it's still pretty close for it being Smith's first game in control of the Knights.
And the London offense is doing a great job by getting Baltimore's defense in certain situations, but what I would like to see, I mean, especially out of this formation here, they have everybody on the line. There's no fade routes here. There's no 5-yard completion. All here with a non-star running back.
Tony Willis came up to clean it up. That'll be a loss of a few, and it'll bring up 3rd and 9. Defense.
I mean, I would run a fade route here for sure.
Lee under pressure immediately fires. Corner of the end zone. Oh, it was nearly hauled in. That would have been incredible.
He's almost had a touchdown here.
And the kicker, Powers, almost fell trying to get onto the field. He will line up for this field goal. I think it's a 50-yarder, Shann. What do you think? You think he's got the leg?
Could be. I mean, he's 6 for 6, so his longest was 49 yards, so we might can see a 48 here.
They will place the ball down at the 40. The kick will have to travel end over end with 1:05 here to go. Powers gets the boot to it, and it is good from 50 yards. London makes it 9-14 and gets just closer to coming back in this one on the SFL Network on YouTube. We'll be right back after this break.
Join the world's fastest growing sim football community by jumping onto our Discord server. Use the Discord command in chat to keep up with schedules, news, notes, announcements, and polls. Jump off the sidelines and into the action, here where we're loading legends at the SFL.
So Baltimore will take over at the 24, and that will set them up here on offense. 9-14, Shann, a 5-point difference. All things considered, London's been hanging in well, especially on the heels of their defense.
And they're in a 4-3 here too, so
Dazzo fires off the right side. That is hauled in. What a big boy made that catch. Jeez, who is that on the roster? Let's take a look. That's Edward Morgan, 6'3". Shann, get this, 274 pounds. Wow.
He don't need to run. All he has to do is walk. Who's going to tackle that guy?
I think that's the SFL's version of the fridge, huh? Playing tight end. From the 31, Dazzo will drop to throw. London bringing a late blitz, and he got to him! A diving attempt! That is impressive! I believe that's Jeff Malinishin again! No, excuse me. I don't want to discredit anyone, but what a late blitz that was. It was really impressive on the diving attempt. Jeff Boyardee made the sack.
Oh, my gosh. That was insane.
Dazzo to throw again on 3rd and long. Fires short. It's caught and then decleated by Slyn Shady, and that will keep Baltimore short, and that will take us to the halftime break. Andy Hamilton along with Shann Varner will be back for the second half of action.
Yes, sir.
Coming back from the halftime break here at Vultures Field, Baltimore, Maryland. Beautiful today, 78 degrees. We've avoided the rain, which will be coming here later this evening. Winds 5 miles per hour, east-northeast. Andy Hamilton along with Shann Varner on the SFL Network. Brought to you by YouTube and APM Music, our title sponsor. In other SFL action, Shann, Oklahoma City is up over Tallahassee at halftime of that game, so a lot of interesting games going on here in the SFL 3 o'clock slate, and London will get the ball back here down by 5.
One thing I want to see Nathan Lee do this time is just start airing it out. I mean, you can't run the ball. You're going to have to find your guys down the field. You're going to have to find it quickly because number 99, Michael Wall, already has 2.5 sacks.
So 10:57 left to go. We have a whole second half in front of us. Nathan Lee fires and is picked off on the first play. Tony Willis down the right-hand sideline. Nothing but grass in the end zone in front of him. Touchdown, Baltimore,
Wow.
a pick 6.
You didn't want to throw to that man.
Wrong guy, right time. Tony Willis down the far sideline extends the lead for Baltimore right out of the halftime break. Thornberry the tip. Willis got his hands to it and took it right down the line all the way into the end zone. And Nathan Lee and the London offense pays early here in the second half.
I moved the ball, but that was just the wrong way.
Yeah, not what you wanted to do to start your second half of play, and certainly not what new head coach Gerald Smith drew up on the chalkboard at halftime. Shark Tarkington puts the extra point through. It's 20-9. We'll step aside for a break and be right back on the SFL Network. Follow the SFL on Twitter at SimulationFL, on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch channels. You're already here, right? Might as well stay tuned. Get league updates on your phone while browsing the internet, and make sure you never miss a live broadcast. Thank you for supporting the SFL. So Malinishin will get another chance at a return here, off to the left-hand side, and he is brought down at the 29, and Nathan Lee right back onto the field after tossing a pick.
Well, now you got your confidence a little diminished. You're going to have to start hitting these out routes and get that back and...
Offsides will be a free play here for London. Firing down the seam. Caught! Nice throw, nice catch. That's one way to get your confidence back, is throw it right to James' hands for a huge first down.
Wow.
They're going to decline this penalty, which will set them up down the field. A nice throw and catch will, really is a good way to start this drive. You just would have wished that they maybe not have dug themselves into the hole with the pick six.
Sure, offense moving forward. Your quarterback's a little uneasy about throwing the ball down the field after that, but gets it to James' hands pretty easy there.
Four receivers split out. I'm trying to count. It looks like 7 or 8 in the box for Baltimore, which is an interesting lineup. They'll only bring 4. Lee fires on the out route. Nope, out of bounds. They're going to say Tristan Carr couldn't keep the feet in.
Get that taken care of in next practice.
Second and 10 from the 48. 21-9 again is the score. If you're just tuning in after the halftime break, or if you were getting a hot dog or some popcorn, you missed a pick six from Tony Willis. Lee under pressure down the seam. Caught. Nice throw into a lot of traffic, but it's hauled in by Donnie Hands.
Wow. I don't see how he got the ball out, Andy. He was hit almost immediately.
Yeah, pressure both on the back end here as we watch. He takes a shot there and fires into a tiny window, and that's, part of what London fans have been frustrated with in this season is that Nathan Lee was so good. He's so good. He has these flashes with his 2 great receivers, but then he struggles by throwing a pick six right out of the halftime break, and you just see the highs and lows of a good quarterback in the SFL. 4-3 look out of Baltimore. Lee will fire on the out route here, and Carr definitely got the feet in bounds on that one.
Yeah, and I'm like what I'm seeing with London here. They're not doing anything fancy. They're just moving the ball.
And they're all the way down to the 34, but they desperately are going to need a touchdown at some point here. They've settled for 3 field goals despite being in great field position most of the day. And will, need to get in the end zone sometime if they want to keep getting back into this game against Baltimore. Lee moves in the pocket, throws the corner route wide open, but the underthrew him and it's incomplete.
That was, there's Tony Willis again knocking the ball down, but he's just not getting a lot of air under the ball. He's just kind of throwing the ball into coverage. I'm not sure what Nathan's doing here.
Yeah, and that was one of those ones where I think if you put it at the back corner of the end zone and let, Carr go and get it and put it out of the reach for the defenders, that might have been 6. Instead, it falls to 3rd and 6 here from the 34, so they need to get down to the 28 in order to convert. Lee will throw, and it is hauled in despite a huge tackle. Tristan Carr right in front of Tony Willis. 4 black shirts around him, and Carr hauls it into the 14.
6'7", and Willis only 6'3". That's a great matchup, and London's doing a great job by getting that matchup multiple times in this series.
Dazzo was step for step with him, and Carr was able to haul it in. Now they will go a heavy line against Baltimore's 4-3. Baltimore shifts around. The Vultures looking to bring an extra man. Lee will drop. Great protection. Now under pressure. Breaks off one. Still going to throw. Tipped and incomplete. He had all day after he avoided that tackle, and he wants the penalty on Tristan Carr for interference.
A tough series here for London. Just not getting calls. Getting a lot of pressure in their face. Baltimore is.
Baltimore sits 4th in the Eastern Conference at 2-3. London at the bottom of the conference at 1-4. Pretty much a must-win for London if they're trying to turn things around. Baltimore would like to get a win to try and start gaining some ground back on Carolina and Queen City at the top of the division here in Week 6. Lee throws. That one is caught. Turning upfield. First down there to Donnie Hands, but he's unable to get to the end zone. It'll be first and goal from the 3, and here, Shann, is where you wish you had a star running back.
Absolutely, and I think you take some of the pressure off of Lee if you had a star running back and not have to worry about this short yardage game.
Yeah, and it pushes him into a situation where he might end up forcing something, and that's not what you want. They'll go to Ray King ball, and he is cut down by Joe Dazzo, who sniffed that one out from the start.
If I was going to do anything, I would just try to run the ball up the middle. Nothing trying to do anything fancy to the outside.
Well, they had those good pass plays to Tristan Carr on the sidelines. I would give one of those a shot. He was out of bounds the one time, was inbounds the other time. It's pretty much a 50-50, and on second and goal, you have a third play, but it looks like they're going to line up and throw here. Right to the middle of the field, in and out of the hands, and now picked off.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, it was a dangerous throw, and Giovanni Bolt came down with it. Tristan Carr was the intended receiver, but Bolt picks him off in the end zone, and Baltimore takes it away.
That you are looking at here, you've got 2 great guys with Giovanni Bolt and Tony Willis in the backfield. So it's just kind of a dangerous throw. I mean, if you had some more out routes in some of your formations, maybe you could have made that work.
So Baltimore takes over on their own 20. London is somehow still evades the touchdown that they deserve, and Holder can't haul that one in at the 20. It'll be 2nd and 10.
So threw a little bit behind him, but a star receiver like Daley Holder should be able to corral that in.
And I think the one thing to emphasize is there's still loads of time on this clock, and we're really, talking about a 2-possession game. So, it's not out of reach for London, and they have had the offensive drives to get down there in the realm of scoring possibilities. The only issue is they haven't been able to finish.
Would you say that it was poor play calling in the red zone?
Nice run there by Holder up to pick up the first down to the 32. I don't think it's poor play calling in the red zone. I think from a personnel standpoint, they just struggle without having the running back, which is able to put the ball in the end zone. They need more 3 to 5 yard plays that they're just not coming up with at this point in the game. However, like I said, there's a lot of time left. Baltimore, though, does have the ball in their possession. Dazzo fires. That is caught for a 7-yard pickup to the right side of the field by Shea Carroll. Crowd asking them to feed T-Roy here in the chat. And, it's a little early to burn the clock, Shann, but hey, every little bit counts, right? Dazzo fires, incomplete, in and out of the hands of the fullback. And that stops the clock. I mean, if they would have ran the ball and picked up 2, the clock would be rolling, and we'd probably be down to about 5:50 or so before they needed to snap the ball again. So, it's never too early to start milking the clock for all she's worth, especially when you're up by this much. Instead, it'll be 3rd and 3. Dazzo to throw, checks across the middle, incomplete, and London gets the stand that they need. Forgot to switch it again. The London team has a number 28 at the cornerback position who's doing well as well. Jeff Boyardee, the 6'1", 208-pound cornerback, is doing solid and gets the play there to get the Knights the ball back. Clock sits at 5:34. Like I said, Shann, would have been down to about 5 minutes by this point if they would have ran the ball in the last 2 plays. So there is time on the clock that comes off when you decide to throw the ball despite having a big lead, even though you're 6 minutes to go here in the third.
Yeah, and I think they're not going to T-Roy Gaines because T-Pat and the rest of the Baltimore coaching staff are trying to take advantage of the no cornerback personnel on London.
Lee back on the field will throw. There's a Tristan Carr catch all the way out to the 40. That's, some of the excitement we've seen from this London team is finding Tristan Carr, one of their better receivers, in some space and letting him get open. The issue is once they get down within the 30-yard line of the other team, they seem to just fall apart.
And I think that comes to knowing that your receiver has to get open within a certain range, like maybe a 10-yard range. Like if it was 1st down and 10 on the 10-yard line, they could complete the pass, but having no out routes in certain formations don't allow you to pick up that 5 yards or 3 yards that you need.
From the 40, Lee fires again. That one is caught. Hauled in there by James Hands, who picks his way up to the 48 and is a little slow to get up, but does rise to his feet. And we've seen teams without running backs have success. Alaska last season, shout out to Mighty who's in the chat, did not have a star back, and they made the championship. Here's a late throw off his back foot, and he almost got it to work. Nathan Lee, not a throw that you'd urge your quarterback to make, but he almost got it to happen.
But I think that Nathan Lee also has the power in his arm to get it out when he's under pressure like that. That just shows you the great arm strength that he has.
3rd and 2, another area, Shann, where we talked about, these 3rd and short situations. You have to have the plays in your playbook to pick up 4 or 5 yards and not feel like you have to press down the field for 10 or so, because those are low more. Oh, and they hand off to Ray King Baugh. He just gets immediately brought to the turf, and that's not what you want.
We're trying to spread the defense out with the 4 receivers and trying to run up on it. I think that that's notable. I think that's a great play call when you have a running back like T-Roy Gaines maybe, or a Johnny English or something like that. You have the running back that can pick up those extra yardage to spread that defense out like that.
Punt is away. Baltimore will get the ball back. They run it out to the 21, and that is where they will bring back out the offense, who, for the first half really did well, but this second half they have struggled against this London defense.
You're in the chat if you know who Johnny English is.
I'm sure plenty of people in the chat know who Johnny English is, Shann. Come on. Quit trying to feed your own ego.
Well, I'm hungry.
Starving. Dazzo to throw, will jump it across the middle. That is, I believe, our big boy friend again, Shann, who's able to get his way to the 29. He's a receiving and a blocking threat. Good old Edward Morgan, 274 pounds. I still can't get over that. He's built like a tackle. He's playing tight end. 4-3 look out of London. Handoff Gaines. Picks up the first down. Didn't need much more than that. Tackle made at the end of the play by Matt Patton, but Gaines got what he needed.
Only has 58 yards so far in this contest. It's just mind-blowing, but
yeah, the one
was
big
able to pick
run,
up the first down there.
The one big run was really all that he has had that's, really impressed us. He's had a few good broken tackles, but, for the most part, London's holding him in check.
Baltimore's looking at this here as, we've already have the lead. Just get it out here and there.
Oh, that's picked off the turf. I don't know about this one. This one might come back, but they're going to say Nathan Blake scooped that one up. We're going to have to take 4 to 5 more looks at this, Shann, and I still might not believe it.
I think it was off his back.
Let's look here. It's
Defender's
still
back.
in the air, still in the air. Oh, that looked close. Oh, I don't know about this one, Shann. This might have to be challenged. It was definitely on his back for a minute, but it looked to me like it then fell to the turf.
Oh, my gosh. Come on. Baltimore's not going to challenge that?
T-Pat seems comfortable letting London take over here at the 43, so good field position for the Knights off the Nathan Blake turnover. Lee fires, incomplete. Oh, that was a dangerous throw. We almost had another great play.
My gosh.
Was looking for
Just
Tristan
calm
Carr.
down. Yeah, Nathan Lee has to calm down here. Your team got you back in great field position. Just take it easy.
I think that one's definitely going on the SFL Blitz, Shann, and I'll be honest, I was not prepared for something of that caliber in terms of an interception. Great job by Nathan Blake to get there. 4 receivers split out for Lee. Handoff, Ray King ball, has a little bit of room. Ball will pick up 6, and there's, a good carry out of Ray King ball, and I think that worked because of the formation that they were in.
Exactly.
So maybe spreading them out with the receiving threats that they have and then letting Ray King ball pick up some yardage will put them in some better situations here at like this 3rd and 4. Heavy formation, Lee to throw, under pressure, fires, caught, nice run, oh, a spin move, unbelievable from James Hands, world class up to the 19.
That play, Andy, because it took a receiver. If you watch this replay, it took a receiver in front of James Hands, and once that corner went with, it looked like Donnie Hands. James Hands was wide open for 2 or 3 seconds, just enough for Nathan Lee to get the ball to him.
So from the 19, now London inside of the Baltimore red zone. Now looking to put more points on the board. They threw an interception last time they were in our red zone. Lee to throw across the middle. Carr catches it and pushes his way to the 6. Nice first down gain right to Tristan Carr, and he does a little shimmy.
Oh, Andy, we're in the same situation that London was in earlier with no 5-yard plays in their playbook.
First and goal from the 6. 4 receivers split out. Lee to throw, throws the out route, and that is collected by Tristan Carr, and he's down to the 1, a 5-yard out route. I was telling you, Shann, last drive that might work.
Yeah, I mean, it's perfect. Here again, or they can run the ball. I mean, we just saw the middle a few minutes ago.
Second and goal from the 1. 2 minutes to go here in the 3rd. Still a whole 4th frame right before us to play. Handoff, raking ball left side. He's in.
Boom.
Touchdown, London. The Knights make Baltimore pay off the Nathan Blake interception, and Ray King ball runs it in from a yard out. London puts points on the board.
In this gap point differential.
London will add the extra point to make it 16-21. Austin Powers is on. Low snap was a little late, but the kick is all groovy, baby. 16-21. London gets in the end zone for the first time today, and we'll be right back on the SFL Network.
The Simulation Football League is presented by APM Music and is the official theme music provider of the SFL. Listen to their Champions Will Rise soundtrack at apmmusic.com today and search through thousands of tracks to boost the quality of your stream just like us. APM Music, production music library and custom music house.
So Baltimore will come back out up 21-16, Shannon. I don't think you can really blame Dazzo for the throw on the last drive that Nathan Blake took away. So do you really, tell him anything different heading into this drive?
No, not really. Pure composure and just make the completions.
There is an incompletion. Looked like a high percentage throw, but it took him a little bit too long. Darren Malone on the left side could not haul it in. Rugg on the coverage. So it'll be 2nd and 10.
Pam wants to know which one's better, Andy, a king ball or a king jack?
Oh, man, that's a great question. I think King Jack Washington from the game on Friday night was really the MVP of that one. So, right now I'm going to go with King Jack. Give to T-Roy off the left side. Stood up and dropped. London's defense looked prepared for that one.
Well, that's one thing we haven't seen is London's defense stopping T-Roy from gaining at least.
So it'll be 3rd and 11. 3rd and long here from the 25. London looking to get a stop and fight their way all the way back into this game now. Down by 5. Dazzo fires quickly. Tipped. Incomplete. In coverage. It was a great job by McDonald.
London's defense is stepping up, They've got some great players on that defense.
Jamie McDonald had a farm, and all that they were growing on it was incompletions. And he did a great job of batting that one down and bringing up this 4th and 11. And Baltimore's going to have to punt the ball back to London. Kick is away. London will haul it in. Malinishin, a spin move football on the ground, still down, and Baltimore recovers.
Baltimore. Yep. Golly.
So the woes for London continue. This time it's Jeff Malinishin who, for all intensive purposes, has had, nearly a flawless game, but his first flaw could be deadly here with 1:06 to go in the 3rd. There's
T-Roy's numbers.
Yeah, there's a look at T-Roy Gaines' numbers, and they're going to go heavy set, which would lead me to believe that they're going to toss it to him out of the backfield. And, what do you know, a toss to T-Roy Gaines off the right-hand side, and, he drove a man forward and then got clobbered. Slyn Shady was having none of that as Gaines was trying to bully McDonald. Well, at the 38, Shann, it's really unlucky that the fumble happened, but, London's defense really has to buckle down now. They don't have much time to worry about it.
They just got to get back in the groove of things and keep Baltimore out of the end zone on this series.
Yeah, a touchdown doesn't really, change this game too much, or a field goal doesn't, but a touchdown sure would as Daley Holder turns upfield and picks up the first down to the 26. A field goal would make this 24-16.
Sure.
What'd you say? So a field goal would make it an 8-point contest. Without the field goal, it sits at 5. 3 receivers split out for Dazzo, who looks to fire. Wide open across the middle. Shea Carroll picks up the first down all the way to the 15. Nice catch and run.
Yeah. Carroll is becoming a force in this game, from early on.
And like we talked about, when you have 3 receivers and only 2 defensive backs, you're pretty much just trying to guess where they're going to throw the ball.
Looks like a run formation here for Baltimore.
Could be 4 down linemen. They will throw out of it, trying to hit, the big man, and he's got it. Collected with a one-hand grab, get a little shine. He reminds me, Shann, of that young man from Baylor who was the big tight end. You remember him?
Oh, yes.
Was trying to get drafted. I don't know if he ended up on an NFL team this year, but his clone is here in the SFL, and he's playing for Baltimore, and they're leading 21-16 at the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll flip ends of the field and be right back on the SFL Network, brought to you by APM Music. 211 yards and 2 touchdowns for Mike Dazzo. Has thrown an interception off of a man's bottom, and now from the 14, he will try and put this game away. Handoff, T-Roy Gaines. Gaines with some room. Gaines through 2, diving for the pylon, and he's in. Touchdown, Baltimore!
Just when I thought London's defense was just, momentum back, who's been relatively quiet all game, break away and make this touchdown.
Oof, what a hit on Jeff Malinishin, and he dove for the line. It was real close, Shann. I didn't think on first look that he got in. Ref signaled it, he was in, and it looks like London is content with not taking any more time off this clock and just moving forward.
Wow.
I don't know if I necessarily blame him.
It could be crucial here. You're putting more points on the board. London's coming from back.
Well, but so here's my thought process. If he doesn't, if they call him down at the 1, the odds of him getting in on the next 4 plays are pretty solid, wouldn't you say? And so if he gets in, the score's going to be the same. The only thing you're losing is time off the clock. Now you have 10:57 in order to push this comeback. Whereas, if you get him down at the 1, you would only have like 10 minutes maybe, or 9:50 or so. So I don't blame Gerald Smith. A little bit of backwards thinking there on the head coaching thought process. But I think that's a solid call from him not to challenge it.
A 12-point difference with relatively a brand new quarter to come back. And the way that Nathan Lee slings the ball, looking at his numbers last year in season 10, he has 3,113 yards with 29 touchdowns. So, he has the arm to get back in this game.
Yeah, plenty of time, too. And all 3 timeouts for London. Lee to fire, will hit short, turning back inside. I think that's Ray King ball on the outside, picks up 5. Not a bad play. Looked like he was going to run out and get 3 or 4, and I wouldn't have been mad at that, but he ended up turning back inside and getting another yard, which isn't, the worst thing in the world when you're looking for those short yardage plays.
In the, it could be a disastrous play as well.
Carr makes the grab across the middle to the 42. There's a look at Nathan Lee's numbers, 254 yards. Not bad so far today, but still on the losing end of it, here early in the 4th. Down to 10 minutes to play. London not in a time crunch yet, but they're going to want to reserve as much of that clock as they can. 4 receivers spread. Firing, middle of the field, incomplete, and everyone just watched that one fall to the ground.
It looked like Tristan Carr said, I thought you were going to catch it.
Look at that, 5 guys right around the ball. Everyone decided to make burgers instead of catching it. In the other game, it looks like Tallahassee is up over Oklahoma City. A little bit similar of a score, but a little bit closer over there. The only 2 games at 3 Central, 4 Eastern. We got another slate of games coming at 5 Central, 6 Eastern. Some good ones there, which we'll get to in a minute. Nathan Lee fires, incomplete. But I think some of the receivers here, could benefit from being a little bit more aggressive in their throws. That was a 50-50 ball, and it looks like Baltimore and Hendricks Thornberry just wanted that one a little bit more.
This has been putting Baltimore's defense in this man-to-man situation all game.
Let's see if it'll work here on 3rd and 10 under immediate pressure. Fires a wobbly ball, and it's picked off. Baltimore will take it back. It's number 41, Giovanni Bolt, his 2nd pick of the day. This one not in the end zone, but Lee, trying to figure out whose fault that one was. He was under a lot of pressure, but Bolt, just takes it right away. It was intended for Tristan Carr, excuse me.
Let's go.
Two receivers, bottom of the screen, two backs in the backfield, four down linemen for London. Dazzo under center will throw. Dumps out to T-Roy Gaines. Ooh, clobbered. May have lost Shann. He seems to have gone silent on me. It's never a good sign. Three receivers split out. Dazzo to throw again. Will dump, and that is caught. Penalty coming in the area of pass interference. Still hauled in, and Baltimore continues to benefit. The rich get richer. Garen Malone, a nice grab.
Can you hear me now?
Like Verizon, I can.
Great play here. Just when I come off I was trying to get my microphone back to working. Just a seamless route right behind the linebackers there.
There's a look at Shea Carroll. Been all over the field today. I was told he was the number 2 receiver. Holder has been relegated to the number 3rd role for Baltimore. Nice job of the veteran Holder being willing to take that lower role in order to benefit some of the younger guys on the team. Dazzo pumps and is sacked. Nice defensive.
You get sometimes out of the F-wing jokers. If you don't have anybody to throw to, that defensive line is right there on you with a quickness.
Matt Patton was the one who made the play there. Two receivers, two backs for Dazzo. All-out blitz coming from London. Pressure, throw. Oh, nearly taken away. It would have been a pick six if he would have been able to get his hands on it. And Old McDonald would have had a farm and a touchdown, but it's incomplete instead.
You're killing me.
Well, Old McDonald is killing the Baltimore throwing passes attempts. Words hard. 3rd and 16 from the 37, 8:20 to go left in the 4th. The other game looks to be slowing down and possibly ending. This one is still kicking here. Plenty of time left on the clock. London only down by 2 scores. Knocks it out to T-Roy Gaines, and he is clobbered. That'll bring up 4th and 11. London's defense gets off the field yet again.
Leveled on that play.
Yeah, a lot of people in the chat saying typical Baltimore wins, and it's not because they played well. It's just because London played poorly, and my combatant to that would be there's still 8 minutes left to go here in the 4th, and it's only 2 possessions, and when you got Nathan Lee and the type of receivers that London does, nothing is ever over. For a 2-possession game in the SFL, I would say that they probably need what, Shann? 70 seconds? 80?
You could do it in 70 seconds.
Yeah, so with 7 minutes, I think there's still plenty of time for London to get back in this game.
12.
They'll start the drive from the 30. Yeah, they only need 2 touchdowns in order to be on top, not even tied. Lee in the shotgun, 3 receivers spread out with Ray King ball to his left. Firing across the middle. That one is hauled in by Tristan the Trashman Carr. He picks up 9.
It's 263 passing yards, 3 interceptions.
Yeah, so you see it there. Lee has almost had, despite the interceptions, just as good of a day as Dazzo. But the difference is, the run game as well as finding the receivers open in the middle of the field.
Look at the bottom here at that man-to-man coverage. I'm hoping he's changing the play to combat that.
He will throw, looking down the seam. Double coverage, picked off again. Another interception for Baltimore, and it's coming back down the right-hand sideline. It's Kaz McFly with the pick.
Is everybody going to get a pick from Baltimore?
Well, Shane, you talk about that. I'm going down to get my black uniform on, and I'm going to get one. No comment to that? You're just ready for me to leave you here alone in the booth?
Well, I didn't know if you had a black uniform.
Not all black, that's for sure. I am wearing a darkish gray color, so that might work. Just give me a helmet. That'll really be all I'll need. And, a couple more scores, and maybe I can borrow Mike Dazzo's. Flip it out to T. Roy Gaines on the right side with plenty of room. Oh, he trucks a man and is able to pick up 9. Look at that. Layer the hit stick.
Ooh, old McDonald had a helmet in his chest.
There we go. Now everyone's in on the action, huh? He got up off the turf and asked if anyone would like fries with their order.
Yo.
Handoff Gaines again up the middle, and now this time he gets crushed. Slim Shady says, I can do everything you can and better. Gotta love big hits, and you gotta love, Shann, that there's no helmet rule here in the SFL, because if so, there would have been lots of flags coming. Throwing again, Dazzo, check down, nice little play there, and that is good for 7, keeps the clock rolling. Shea Carroll, wide open again.
What I've seen from Baltimore so far is Haley Holder and you got Malone who are going out. And then you got Shea Carroll that's just coming underneath. So when that linebackers go back to cover those two guys, and all day in the middle of the field.
2 receivers again. Dazzo will toss it again. This time looking for it all down the right side. Picked off. Coming back the other way. This is just what London needs. Blockers out in front. Spin move, and it's a nice run back by who else, Shann, but old McDonald himself. Jamie McDonald with the pick.
Somebody needs to give this guy a contract. He has been in the game all day for London.
Who needs a contract when you got McDonald's money, baby? Dollar menu. What a pick, and now London, still 5.5 minutes to go. Plenty of time. We've seen crazier things.
Yes, we have. We've called crazier things.
Oh, gosh, don't get me started. I had a kick 6 earlier in the week. A comeback win with 5.5 minutes to go would be just the icing on the cake. Lee, under pressure, fires it down the middle. Caught! Oh no, he dropped it! Great coverage coming over from the other side. Giovanni Bolt knocks the ball out of Tristan Carr's hands at the last second. Wow, look at this.
Wide open.
What a hit. Oh, he had it, and that would have been just incredible for London.
The right time, to force that ball out. Great job by Baltimore's defense.
20 from the 21, 5 minutes to play still. Lee in the shotgun. Baltimore looks like they're bringing a blitz off the edge. They'll back out of it and only bring 3. Throwing, caught Tristan Carr across the middle. How the heck did he catch that?
I have no idea. The ball was behind him and everything. Even Nathan Lee had pressure in his face.
We threw it right in front of Hendricks Thornberry, and it was hauled in. And, whether it's whitewater rafting or what, Tristan Carr gets the job done. It's a Wild Thornberries reference, Shann. You might be too old for that one. Lee to throw. Caught another open throw on the slant route, and now London's going to go hurry up. I like the hurry up mode here early. Make sure you keep as much time on that clock as you can. That throw is incomplete, and I guess James Hands dove on it just in case. You never know now when we've had an interception off someone's back.
McFly had to reach for that one, but a great bat down nonetheless.
2nd and 10 from the 46, 4.5 minutes to go. Andy Hamilton along with Shann Varner here in Baltimore, Maryland at Vultures Field. This is only the second game here at Vultures Field. They're 1-0 at home. London 1-1 on the road. This toss incomplete. Oh, everyone had a chance at that one, Shann.
Baltimore was like, no, not in my house.
And there it is, the Mutombo reference of the game. We've made it to that point, everyone. Don't worry, we've made it back. It only took us 3 quarters and 7 minutes here in the 4th. 3rd and 10. I think you're in 4th down territory here, Shann.
Get the conversion here.
Lee to throw, floats one across the middle, caught! Oh, down the right side! Breaking a tackle was Donnie Hands, and London's going to go hurry-up mode.
Yeah, just snagged that one out of the air.
They will throw again. Baltimore rushes 4. Good pocket for Lee, dumping off, and it's... Oh, my gosh! No,
what?
He's out of bounds, but still, what a catch! It might have been the craziest thing that we've seen today. Mann hauls it in on the sideline. Andy Mann, 6 foot, 200 pounds, was able to tip it to himself. A neat little party trick, but he's out of bounds. Second and 10, 4:07 to go. Still loads of time on this clock. Lee to fire. Good protection, standing in the pocket, now under a little pressure, pumps, gets his man open across the middle and finds the first down yardage. What a conversion.
Long for the play to develop.
And he had all the time in the world. Great blocking from the front 5 for London. Throwing again. Carr finds it, trying to get to the goal line, won't get there. It'll be first and goal from the 1.
They're in a formation where they have a chance for a running back to run the ball up the middle.
Lee stands, fires, back corner, tipped, almost picked, and it's incomplete. Everyone again has a chance at the ball.
Oh, my gosh. If that one would got picked off, that would have been the 3rd time that Baltimore had picked off in the end zone.
I was worried that London was going to collect that one, and that just would have been too much. Second and goal. 4 down linemen. They got 5 or 6 in the box for Baltimore. Only 2 spread out. Carr is on the top side of the line. Lee to throw. Will look on the right side. Wide open.
Yep.
Get those feet in bounds. London scores. Touchdown Knights. James Hands hauls it in with 3:28 to go, and London's comeback is on. Get the rally caps going.
I'm not sure what the was doing there. He just kind of let Hands go cover something else. I'm not sure, but he let him go into the end zone and make that quick grab. 3.5
minutes to go. They're going to kick the extra point, which would make this a 5-point game. It's going to be 6 if he misses. 3:28 to go. London still has all 3 timeouts, so they do have a possession in their back pocket as long as they can hold Baltimore from picking up a first down and the 2-minute warning. Shann, do you think you kick the onside here?
No. Well, it looks like they're going for it. I wouldn't.
Well, it's 5. It's 5, so you can give up the field goal and still be a 1-possession game. They will line it up. Powers kicks it. It's a bouncer. It's off the hands of Baltimore and collected by London. First down Knights.
What?
A successful onside kick, and London takes the ball back. What a kick from Powers.
Bishop Warfield, number 12, who tried to come away with the ball here, is going to get a good firm talking to by T-Pat.
So now 3:27, all 3 timeouts. You don't want to rush it and give Dazzo a chance to come back onto the field. Lee under immediate pressure, and down he goes, sacked. Baltimore gets to him.
Him again.
4 receivers out. They're going to go hurry up. I don't know if that's the right move. They will throw, and it's hauled in by Tristan Carr to the 45. Now 3rd and 9. They're rushing it again down to 3 minutes. You know, maybe pick another play that you feel more comfortable with. Lee in the pocket, under pressure, fires now on the right side, tipped and incomplete. Thornberry in coverage. The throw was intended for Donnie Hands.
Exactly what Tony Willis was looking at there, but he should have grabbed that one out of the air.
And instead of going for it on 4th and 9, I think London's sending out the punting unit.
Now Lady Luck is on your side.
I don't know about this one, though. If you were willing to go for the onside kick, you might as well be willing to go for it here on 4th and 9 from the 45. Instead, they're going to punt it away. They do have all 3 timeouts, so it's not over, but it's still a questionable call from new head coach Gerald Smith. Kick is away. It's hauled in. Baltimore's Daily Holder will go down at the 20, and Baltimore, with 2:45 left, will take over 1st and 10.
Baltimore has T-Roy Gaines and can easily run the clock out if they had to. A couple good runs by T-Roy, and it might be lights out for London.
Yeah, they got to pick up the first down. They will go heavy set, but which sometimes is a dump off to Gaines out of the backfield, which could bring the sideline into conversation. London puts a lot of men on the line. Baltimore will throw it to Gaines off the right side. Baltimore picks up the first down. Gaines, a nice job, does stay in bounds, which keeps the clock rolling. London has not really had an answer to that play all day.
It's a great play. I mean, I think Chicago does it. I'm not sure who else does it, but, you know.
Well, if Chicago's doing it, then you know you're dumb, because whoever coaches Chicago has just not been doing a good job this year.
Do.
23-28, 5 points of difference here. 2:21. They will have to they don't have to snap the ball before the play clock expires. My guess is they will, though, just to run a little bit more time off that clock. They are lined up in a heavy set. Maybe not. I thought they were. Oh, yep, there it is. Hand off to Gaines. Gaines drives through one and picks up 8, and that does not bode well here for Baltimore. But that's the 2-minute warning here. 28-23. Baltimore on top, but this one's far from over here in the SFL Network by APM Music.
This is what I see out of Baltimore. They need to keep the ball on the ground and don't let London have a chance to get back into this game. It's only a 5-point differential.
London 6 in the box. Baltimore, everyone on the line. Handoff Gaines, and he is dropped.
Ooh.
And London uses their first timeout. So 1 timeout used, 3rd and 3 here, Shann. This could be your comeback attempt. If Baltimore can pick up the first down, that makes this thing really interesting. And London only has 4 men on the line. Handoff Gaines, middle. No, he's crushed. Slyn Shady saves the first down, and then they'll use their timeout. So with 1 remaining, they're going to get the ball back. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh, no. The booth is going to review this one. Not even a challenge. And it would be double bad for London because if they overturn it, they're not going to get their timeout back. Ooh, and it's close.
That's a first down, dude. That is a first down.
I don't know. Gosh. It's real close. I don't think it is.
Clearly over the line.
Oh, it's overturned, and Gerald Smith. Wait, is it overturned? Gerald Smith was throwing a fit. T-Pat was clapping, but then it says the ruling on the field stands. We'll have to see whether the punting unit comes out or not, Shann. It looks like the punting unit is on the field, and the London Knights defense is on the sidelines. Yes, so the play will stand, and Baltimore will punt it back to London. That was probably the most confusing thing I've ever been a part of. Kick is away, and the return from London will go to the 28. Malinishin holds on to the ball, and with 1:47, Nathan Lee has the chance to be London's hero.
Can do it, Andy. That's the bad thing. They can do this. One great play down the field from Nathan Lee and these 3 receivers. They can get this job done.
And one poor play, and Baltimore can take the ball away. We've seen it time and time again. The Baltimore defense has come up with interceptions. This is dangerous. This is about as sweaty as it gets, Shann. Shotgun for Lee. Standing. Delivers quickly to Tristan Carr. Carr to the left side and a broken tackle, and he's to the 44. What an effort. First and 10 to the 44. A minute and a half to go. Quick dump off to Carr again. That seems to be working for him, and they're going to keep milking that as much as they can. Back to the line.
These linebackers are just right there on the line. And once the tight end gets out,
throwing right, caught down the right sideline. 10-5, broken tackle, touchdown. Donnie Hands, top of the morning to you. London scores, and they take the lead.
Oh.
Unbelievable scenes here at Vulture Field in Baltimore. London has defied the odds, and Donnie Hands takes this one into the end zone. Tony Willis misses the tackle here, and Hands waltzes in.
Beautiful fade route, though.
So London, up by 1, will now go for 2 to try and extend this lead.
I'm not sure why they would do this since they don't have any short yardage plays in this formation.
Handoff, Ray King, ball, he's in! He's in! London extends the lead! The fans here are not liking it, but Ray King Ball was able to get over the line, and now with 1:12 left, a field goal will tie the game instead of win it for Baltimore. Boy, have the tables turned.
But they are also kicking to the ever-dangerous Daly Holder.
Kick is away. Holder will collect it on the goal line and will return it past the 20. Stands and gets brought down at the 25, so 68 seconds left. Baltimore has all 3 timeouts. They have Mike Dazzo as well as Daly Holder, Garen Malone, and Shea Carroll. But Shann, we haven't seen them score on a big play that's long. Really they've, slowly collected their yardage, and they're going to have to drive 75 yards here if they want to win.
Yeah, they're going to have to do it with some deep plays.
Dazzo on first down will fire in the corner route, right side, caught down the right sideline. Shea Carroll, 20, 15, 10. He's got one man to beat, and he does. Touchdown, Baltimore with 57 seconds.
One play, man. Both London and Baltimore, they live on the deep pass. So you take that deep pass away from these guys, and
Jeff Malinishin couldn't put the hand to it, his only second error of the game. Nathan Blake and Slyn Shady trying to run down Shea Carroll, and they can't do it. Carroll is into the end zone. Baltimore regains the 3-point lead, and the extra point will make it 4. Well, and Shann, I hate to say it, but there's a lot of time left on this clock.
Yeah, I mean, all you need is one big play like that. I mean, they didn't take but what?
That took 4 or 5 seconds.
And both franchises are heavy passers, so if which defense can stop here.
We'll be right back on the SFL Network, brought to you by APM Music. Follow the SFL on Twitter at SimulationFL, on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch channels. You're already here, right? Might as well stay tuned. Get league updates on your phone while browsing the internet, and make sure you never miss a live broadcast. Thank you for supporting the SFL. Kick is away. 57 seconds left. Malinishin on the return will take it to the left side. Jeff Malinishin across midfield. One man to beat. He's got him beat. Unbelievable. Jeff Malinishin to the 20, 15, 10, 5. London retakes the lead.
Oh my gosh.
Shann, my heart is about to explode, and I have no stake in this game whatsoever. I could not imagine being Gerald Smith, the head coach of London, in your first SFL game as head coach, and the lead has exchanged hands now 3 times since the 2-minute warning.
I'm still hyped up from the interception earlier off the guy's back.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to go to sleep tonight, Shann, and that's, a good 7 hours from now. Oh, my goodness. All right, so Shark Tarkington, this is Austin Powers on to add the extra point. Late snap, the kick is up and through, so now 38-35. We're back where we were before. Baltimore will take over. With 45 seconds left. It took them 3 seconds to score to Shea Carroll off the right side. And now they're going to have to stop him again.
Then I would get back deep because Baltimore is going to try to sling it.
Kick is away. Holder will return from the goal line out across the 20. Angles left, and London's coverage team will bring him down at the 23.
What you see too, Andy? I mean, Baltimore's going to try to get the ball to Shea Carroll again probably, and the same formation. London's got to be ready for it.
Well, if I'm London, forget it. Take William Davidson, take Matt Patton, take Frank Axmall and Tyrone Zeus. Throw them on the goal line. Put everyone back. Let them get as many yards as they want, just not in the end zone. And I think Andy Cam may have broke. Dazzo fires right side. Oh, no. Oh, no. Shea Carroll. Broken tackle. 20, 15. 1 man to beat. Oh, Slyn Shady decleats him at the 7.
I got
Unbelievable scenes here in Baltimore. Shea Carroll hauls that one in. My voice is going to be gone by the end of this game, just like the Andy Cam is. We had to take it away. Batteries are dead. This game's gone on too long, and there's still too much time on the clock.
Now, they're down here in the red zone. A couple runs by T-Roy Gaines. There's a lot of time left. There's 30 seconds.
Well, and mind you that London still has a timeout, as well as Baltimore with 2. Dazzo in the shotgun. 5 receivers split out, looking to throw. Stands, delivers in the pocket. It's almost picked off. It's incomplete.
And Cullen was able to bat that down.
Shann, we're working on this could be the game of the year. Still 25 seconds, second and goal from the 7. 77 people watching, only 26 viewers have hit the like button. Make sure you smack that like button if you haven't, because, boy, this game's going to come down to the wire. Still 25 full seconds left to play. Dazzo will drop to throw. 3-step drop, fires on the out route. Caught! Diving attempt, but it'll be batted down. Garen Malone makes it to the 4, and with 22 seconds, it's 3rd and goal.
But it stopped the clock, so you still got 22 seconds left.
Yeah, the timeout did stop the clock, and we're going to run right up against the 6 o'clock slate. So for everyone watching, make sure that you head over to the YouTube page and continue watching another game that's coming on the 5 Central, 6 o'clock Eastern slate. But we still have time in this one. 3rd and goal from the 4. 22 seconds left to go. Dazzo in the gun. London brings everyone. Throws. Touchdown! Daly Holder hauls it in.
Somebody who has not had hardly any action in this game as far as receiving makes a huge play in the end zone here and gets Baltimore back on top of the London Knights.
Dazzo fired, and this was really their last chance because if they incompleted that play, they were going to kick the field goal to tie the game. There was almost no doubt about it. And he finds Daly Holder, and London brought the pressure. They brought everyone on the blitz, and that really caused some trouble in the backfield, in the secondary, and Holder found the room. So with 19 seconds left, Tarkington is on for his 2nd field goal with under 30 seconds left in the 4th. Incredible scenes here. Low snap, kick is up and through, and Baltimore will extend the lead, and now London needs a touchdown.
Now, Andy, I have never seen kick return, but I have seen a punt return and a kick return back-to-back from A.J. Barnes in I believe it was season 8 from Tallahassee.
Yeah, London already, potentially used their kick return for a touchdown, but let's see here. For 19 seconds, the 1 timeout, and Malinishin will return across the 20, will angle towards the left-hand side and get brought down at the 28. So 15 seconds, the 1 timeout. Tristan Carr has been your go-to, but on the outside, it was Donnie Hands who was the one who took the ball into the end zone. The last time you needed a big pass play. Time to dial it up, Shann. Everything on the line for Gerald Smith.
I have 2 plays here.
Shotgun look for Nathan Lee. 3 receivers and Tristan Carr on the line. Lee fires on the corner route, and it's picked off! Baltimore will take it away and get the W! taken away at the last second by who else but Giovanni Bolt, his third pick of the day, and Baltimore will take over and pretty much put this one to bed.
Into double covers there, and pretty much put the icing on the cake for London.
Well, and heartbreak for the Knights, and relief for Baltimore, considering just how this game has turned out throughout today's contest. Baltimore will take a knee. London will use their last timeout, and then one more knee will most likely do it. Very unfortunate for Gerald Smith, his first game coaching, and hats off to him, Shann. That was incredible.
Yeah, and the biggest thing that I have to say to him is, don't give up. This loss here, you don't let it get you down. Just take this loss here and try to put some positive stuff on the next go-around.
What a game by both teams. It came down to the last 20 seconds. Baltimore gets the win and will improve their third win of the season as Thomas Paterniti tries to catch up with Queen City and Carolina at the top of the Eastern Conference. Baltimore improves to 3-3. London falls to 1-5. For Andy Hamilton, Shann, Varner, and the rest of SFL Network, brought to you by APM Music. Make sure you stay tuned. More games coming in 3 minutes. Thank you, guys.
Peace.